untamed West, danger came in many forms. Gunslingers, outlaws, not to mention the harsh and unforgiving terrain. But some dangers were older than the frontier itself. They were born of ancient curses, lurking in the shadows, waiting for unsuspecting travelers. Welcome to the Wild Wild Dead, where the frontier meets the forsaken. Tonight we tell the story of the Skinwalker of Coyote Pass. It was 1883 when a small group of settlers passed through northern Arizona, seeking a shortcut to California. They were led by Jack Tanner, a seasoned guide known for both his confidence and his sharp wit. The journey had been long and grueling, but the settlers trusted Tanner to see him through. As the sun set, the group reached Coyote Pass, a narrow trail flanked by rocky cliffs and dense scrubland. Jack Tanner decided to set up near an abandoned trapper's cabin to get some rest. "Tomorrow we'll make good time," he said. But as the settlers began to set up their camp, the atmosphere shifted. The wind carried strange sounds, low, guttural growls, followed by the occasional cry of a coyote, only it didn't sound like a coyote. "Jack, did you hear that?" the settlers would ask him. "That was just coyotes. That's nothing to worry about." But deep down, Tanner wasn't so sure. The area was known to the local Navajo as a place of great danger, a hunting ground for something ancient and malevolent. As the campfire burned low, the group huddled close for warmth. Just as the last of the light began to fade, a figure appeared on the horizon. A man staggered toward him, his clothes torn. His face was pale and gaunt. "Please help me. I've been lost for days." The settlers welcomed him to the fire, offering food and water. But as the man ate, Jack noticed something odd. The stranger's hands were gnarled, almost claw-like, and his eyes glinted unnaturally in the firelight. "Where'd you come from, friend?" Jack asked. "North. My wagon, it overturned. Everyone else, they didn't make it." Something about his story didn't sit right, but before Tanner could press any further, the wind picked up, carrying with it a spine-chilling sound. A howling sound. It seemed to come from all directions, all at once. Suddenly, the man by the fire stood up, his movements unnatural, his body twisting in ways no human body should. "You shouldn't have come here," the stranger said in a guttural voice. In the flickering firelight, the settlers watched in horror as the man's form shifted, his face elongated into a grotesque snout. His limbs stretched and his hands became clawed paws. The thing standing before them was no man. The settlers ran for their lives, but the creature was fast, its movements a terrifying blend of both man and beast. Tanner grabbed his rifle and fired. The shot echoed through the canyon. The bullet struck the creature, but it barely flinched. Instead, it let out an ear-splitting shriek and leapt into the shadows. For the rest of the night, the settlers were tormented. The Skinwalker circled the camp, its glowing eyes visible just beyond the firelight. It mimicked their voices, calling out in the tones of loved ones, begging for help.
"Help me!"
"I hear my wife's voice, but she's back home,"
one of the settlers said. "Don't listen to it. Stay close to the fire," Jack would tell him. But the firewood was running low, and with each passing hour, the darkness crept closer. As dawn broke, the Skinwalker let out one final piercing wail and retreated into the hills. The settlers, shaken but alive, quickly packed their things and left Coyote Pass. They never spoke of what had happened, but none ever traveled that trail again. Jack Tanner survived, but he was never the same. Some say he carried a curse from that night on, his dreams haunted by glowing eyes and unnatural howls. To this day, locals warn travelers to avoid Coyote Pass after dark. Out there in the shadows, something still waits. Something hungry. The Wild West wasn't just a land of outlaws and gold. It was a place of mystery, fear, and unexplainable horrors. The story of the Skinwalker is a reminder that some legends are more than just stories. Thank you for joining us on this journey into the unknown. If you enjoyed this tale, make sure to subscribe for more chilling stories from the dark corners of the Wild West. Until next time, stay safe and beware of the shadows.